Mel,
Brendan.
great to see you.
Great to see you, my friend.
We just shot a previous shoot. Now we're up to this one, right?
We did.
Yep. So we brought in guest speaker Travis Spearman.
We did.
Thanks for coming on the
Yeah,
show.
you betcha.
We did. Everybody else said no.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we wanted to bring Travis on because Travis did a lot of research when a few weeks back, talking Cali College and Dr. Riddle, progressing the commissioners or trustees rather into hiking up the mill levy. And while that struck a nerve with a lot of people, it struck a nerve with Travis as well. And immediately the board of trustees and Dr. Riddle and his assistants and so on and so forth started pushing this propaganda piece around from April 2019, and it's my understanding they intend to do another one, a new one, to show how much better Cali College
Just
has
propaganda
progressed.
sheet because the cat's out of the bag on the hill.
That'll only cost them another $10,000, $20,000.
Is that what they spent?
I have no idea. They won't tell you how much they spent. That's one thing I couldn't get out of them.
So what they're pushing or throwing out there is reasons for support is they've got this economical impact sheet, and what this is it's a little one pager that shows how well the college is and how well they've done and their impact for Cali County and the surrounding areas, and as justification for increasing your mill levy and raising your taxes. And while none of us are in support of it, but neither are any of you. I mean, we know all of you as honest viewers and proud supporters of Ark City. Nobody's interested in raising our taxes to support the college.
For those of you that don't know, the sign-up sheets are available.
Oh, Burger Junkie's been doing a stack up in the Grinder Man. I think they've done 10 or 20 stacks. Canyon Ginger has been all over this.
Oh, yeah.
Kenyon's, yeah.
No,
she's
who drafted this?
I think her and
Yeah,
Stephen
I
Walker
think
has
so.
put it together.
Stephen Walker, yeah.
But
they're the driving force behind getting
Yeah, they
this
absolutely
approved
are.
and put it together. They did a
Absolutely
great job.
And
And-
the driving force is actually quit raising our damn taxes.
yes.
Right.
So we've got a really good grassroots organization going right now as far as people willing to take ownership for that. And a few ladies in Winfield that are doing fantastic. Home on the Range and in Winfield, the nice gun store next door to Shindig's there. But Burger Junkie, Grinder Man, get up there and sign this petition if you don't want your Cali taxes to go up.
Yep.
But we wanted Travis to come on because he had actually called the company that made this, and I said company because they're a hired company. The college hired a company, paid them money, probably taxpayer money,
Oh, yeah.
to create this data sheet that shows.
Probably taxpayer.
Oh,
Yeah.
most
What
likely.
other money
yeah.
do they have?
Oh,
Well,
grants,
grants,
and
yeah.
contracts.
Oh,
Grants and
yeah.
contracts.
No, grants are not taxpayer money?
Well, maybe
No,
not
I
necessarily.
didn't know
They
that.
could be private grants. They could be private funds.
You know, I think Cali College is like 91% taxpayer funded, and that's not just local, but local, state, federal taxes.
Right.
I mean, it's an incredible amount of tax. But,
Yep.
And that's a statistic that they provided.
so it's probably
Do you
97.
mind if I smoke?
No, I don't care.
You sure? What
You're-
about your lungs?
Oh, hell. Coronavirus is going to do
No,
me
this
in
is
anyway.
actually an anti-coronavirus.
Is it?
cigar.
Well,
Oh,
spark
good.
it up.
Yeah. Oh, hell, I'll take a
I'm
puff
trying
off
to
of
help.
that.
I'm trying to
I've been around-
help your health.
I've been around much worse smoked around.
I'm assuming everybody knows who Travis Pierman is.
If they don't,
Were you introduced
then
him?
Well, kind of. I mean, Travis. I mean, if you
I
don't
grew up
know,
here. I grew up here.
You've been living under a rock because this guy's, he makes great Pee Wee Herman jokes.
Yep.
That
You got a famous band.
he does. What do you call him?
Which one?
The famous one.
I'm kind of
He's a band hopper.
I'm a musical prostitute.
Oh.
But I play in 3 bands currently.
Oh,
So
great.
I play in
really?
a funk band called Hardwood Cherry, a country band called Native Stone, and a rock band called Mother Kelly.
Bullshit.
So Mother Kelly plays has played a couple times here
Mother
in town.
Kelly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's with
The guys out of Ponca.
yeah.
Punk outfit.
Yeah.
So
So tell us when you contacted this firm that Cali College hired to make them this economical sheet,
Yeah.
the data sheet. So the big highlight on it is that they say Cali College has got a $263 million economical impact. What does
Yes.
that mean? When you called these people, tell us what you learned, because
Well,
to me it's so enlightening and,
yeah.
and scary, all in one.
So let me break out my little note sheet here. So I talked to a gal named Anna Brown, and she's one of the economists there, and I think she's
She's an economist?
Yep, she's an economist, and
Oh, no, she works for a promotional company.
yeah,
She's not an economist. Right?
they do economic modeling.
That's
and,
not an economist.
well, she's probably got a degree in
statistician or statistical actually, it's a statistical manipulator is what she is.
yeah.
But
Not an
let's
economist.
be fair. You probably got a certification in being a plumber, and you ain't touched a pipe wrench in 20 years.
She
that make
definitely knows her stuff, but she's employed for a purpose, and that's to
She knows her stuff as far as
as
economic
statistics and
manipulation or actual.
yes, she's definitely good at math.
But it's not so much about her. It's about what the college
Right.
asked them to provide
Right.
as a service. So
Yeah.
go on
One of the chief services that the company provides, and their parent company, is services to educational institutions. They're catered to colleges and educational institutions that survive on taxpayer money. So their goal is to produce a product that creates value to the tax base for that educational institution, in this case Cali College. And so this $263 million
economical impact.
I think that was all alumni, if I remember correctly. I wish I had the report sitting in front of me, but the alumni. So I started asking, what's a student? What is an alumni? So a student is anybody that's taken one class in the last 30 years.
That makes them a student.
That makes them a student. Yep. And a alumni is not an actual person. It's total number of credits with values added to those credits, like a monetary value, and then they kind of cross-reference that with businesses and the economic impact of this industry, like maybe mechanics, jet mechanics, or whatever the case may be, and then they put a curve to it and they come up with this number. So I mean, honestly, 10 people could take the same data and come up with different figures depending on how you wanted to spend the information. So it's really disingenuous. It's not. It is one way to come up to a conclusion, but it's certainly for a purpose, and anybody could do the same thing and come up with the opposite, and it would be just as valid. So
So they're an advertising firm.
they're a public relations firm, is what they are, really. They're trying to improve the image of that institution in the public's eye.
So do you? I mean,
Do they have a bad look in the public's eye right now?
Who, the college?
Yeah.
Well, I think anytime you're going to ask for money,
it doesn't go over well.
it doesn't go over, and especially when you have a record of your enrollments lowering year after year, and they've tried to hold a little bit steady, but across the board, a lot of colleges are down. But they've certainly, I feel like they've mismanaged funds, most definitely. And when they're asking for more money after they've mismanaged funds, it doesn't make me happy.
Well, the biggest thing that people are, and I've been pushing these petitions as well, and I think I've got over 10 sheets filled up. But the biggest feedback I'm hearing is people don't think they should have built that summer campus.
Yeah.
They already had that market share. People from Wellington that wanted to go to a community college came to Cali. Well, we built a campus there that cost us 12 or 14 million, and really for no additional student increase. I mean, now they've taken the students from the local college and displaced them over there, and if you look at the enrollment figures from current day to 25 years ago, present day to 25 years ago, the total enrollment is fairly flat. So we've added all these campuses from Wichita to Sumner County to Mulvane, Winfield, and yet we're still as flat of on enrollment as we've ever been. So I just people are tired of being taxed to death.
Yep.
Because everybody's trying to be something to everybody.
So we got this beer from Duval's Liquorland.
Oh yeah, Duval Liquorland.
Did they give this to us?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Did they know what we were going to talk about?
Yeah, it's
What's it
very
say?
fitting.
the perfect disguise.
Well,
this IPA, double IPA, the perfect disguise.
Is that made by the same company that did the economic impact report?
where they out of California.
I think this was a Midwest company.
Was it really?
I believe so.
No, they're East Coast or West Coast.
Were they?
Yeah.
Okay. I know she was in the car when I talked to her, driving. She called me back. Oh,
For her.
Yeah.
she did call me
And
back.
I don't fault them.
No, they're doing their job. They're doing their job.
I don't know
But
what
you
it
know,
costs.
how much did it cost? And on the issue of cost, while they're turning around asking us for a sales tax increase, they're also going right up to the county courthouse and getting prepped for mail-in ballots, which cost $20,000-$30,000.
I did the math the other day. I mean, if there is
So
19,000
wait.
registered voters, and I heard this too, because I had heard tell that if it takes 960 signatures, valid signatures on these petitions that we're doing, to force this to a votable thing, which it could either be during a general election or a mail-in ballot, right? Where they have to actually attest everyone that's a registered voter in Cali County to pass this. And I hear tell they're going to do a mail-in ballot. Well, just on postage alone, you're looking at 10 grand. Just on postage alone.
Well, now
Right.
let's back up just a little bit, because are they so afraid of us? They've already preemptive decided to do a mail-in ballot.
I don't think they've decided that as a board, but I think there's
Somebody
probably
made that decision
I think
because
there's-
this is a shoe-in until this petition by Travis.
No,
and
Canyon and
by
Stephen
Canyon
were,
and
yeah.
Stephen Walker.
Yeah,
Until
they
this
were-
became an available thing, this was a done deal.
yeah. Well,
So the college better watch out, because people are looking, and they're sick and damn tired of this stuff. And
And
what
I
you
do
alluded to
I
on
do
that.
think that generally speaking, historically speaking, not generally, mail-in ballots are more favorable for tax increases. The hospitals used them, and it's got their way, and they've got the votes to do it on a mail-in ballot because they use scare tactics. If you don't vote in this sales tax, we'll raise your property tax or some
and
other.
your kids will die.
Yeah, and your kids will die.
You
and-
see all that stuff on Facebook. What adverse reaction is there if taxpayers don't pass this? Well, you get to keep your money.
Yes.
That's
that
the
is-
only adverse reaction there is. You get to keep your money.
In
And-
reality. But the provocation is that if you don't do this, all of a sudden this college, well, we're going to do it some other way. We're going to get you
Well, and
one way or
the
other. We're
college
getting our
may go
damn
down
money.
that path, but I just don't think it'll work for them as a scare tactic like it did because
hospital.
because almost everybody's tried college. Not everybody's tried the hospital. Not, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
Not everybody's
the
tried dying.
The hospital used a big scare tactic, and so everything we do is just kind of the only time it wasn't a scare tactic was with the half a cent sales tax for the street improvements or street repairs. Then they didn't spend it on that.
They didn't spend any of it on brick
So-
repair.
They got to keep stopped as beating us down with this stuff. We're sheeple to the extent that everybody doesn't want to have to look over their shoulder all the damn time. I mean, come on, can we not trust you to do
So-
anything?
I know, and you can't. No, we can't trust
No,
them.
and we can't.
And that's why we're
That's
here.
why we're here.
That's why we need you to like and share our posts and get us out there. And damn it, we're here for you. We're your watchdogs.
And drink the perfect disguise.
Yeah,
Just
or-
drink this. And
Do you guys have a
you'll see
Facebook
what I
page
see.
in
Yeah.
addition to your?
or a little something,
Or a little something.
because we're here to talk about a little something.
You have an email or messenger where people can
Oh
actually
yeah, no,
send it to you anonymously, or
oh absolutely. But nobody. This is like plutonium. Nobody really wants to talk to us.
I
They
do.
don't. Well, that's why you're here. But nobody wants to talk about this stuff and get their name out there, and I appreciate that, and I like the fact that we're able to do it for you. And Mel and I, we've been in it deep enough. We've been touched, but
Yeah, and touched in more ways than
Yeah,
one.
I think so.
And
I
we
can
don't-
tell with you, Mel.
Yeah. I am touched. I am touched.
so if you don't want your taxes to go up, because the college just wants to raise your mill levy.
And if you don't want to tax code, but also if you want some bang for your buck, some value, if you want to be represented in the way you want to be represented versus blindly throwing money at stuff.
And quite frankly, even if you want your taxes to go up, even if you're okay with this, you should force these people to go to the ballot box and vote for it.
Yep.
Rather than 5 or 6, 7 trustees can make a decision to raise your taxes, it's a bunch of nonsense.
It is.
So
If you don't like your taxes going up, vote different people in, because we've already seen how this board.
We got to get people
Behaves.
To run. We've
So-
got to get people to run.
So you gotta step up.
So when,
Step up and run and vote. Get out and vote for different people. Number 2, sign the petition, because we got to get it on the ballot.
So, Home on the Range in Winfield, for all the Winfield viewers,
yeah,
Burger Junkie,
Burger Junkie, and also the Grinder Man.
Grinder Man.
And I've been down to Burger Junkie 3 times, taking more.
that's funny.
I mean, this guy's getting them rattled up.
Good.
And there was
Well,
a,
he gets them rattled up. The guy gets them rattled up.
and he does a fantastic job. And Canyon, she can't push enough petitions through that place either. I mean, she's got stacks of them.
And I wouldn't be surprised if their businesses. I mean, I'm sure it's good that they're coming in there to sign the petition, but I'm almost certain that people in the community will blackball their business because they're actually standing up and.
I think on the other side.
I don't think he gives a shit because they're already full up anyway. So if he infuriates a handful, the people that align with him are so much greater.
Travis, I bet I've asked 100 people to sign that, and I've only had one person that wouldn't.
Who
sign
was it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Because it's not appropriate. But I'll tell you off the record, but not on the record. But I've had one person out of the 100 that wouldn't sign it.
Has anybody?
I had one person.
Who was it?
You know, as much as I want to say it, and I want to expose this person for what they are, with the hypocrisy.
Why not? I mean, okay.
I
First of
don't
all,
know.
let me ask you: were they an elected official?
Let's narrow that down.
Let me go through this scenario a little bit. So I'm saying, hey, you sign this. I don't want to be involved. And so, so you agree with higher taxes? No. I said, well, sign this. Well, I don't want to be involved. So you agree with higher taxes? No. Well, then sign this. I don't want to be involved. I said, damn it, you're involved. You are involved.
Mel, I've had college employees sign it.
Good.
And most of the elected officials that I've talked to have signed it.
Most of them. Not all of them. I guarantee you that one. Because, yes, indeed, it was an elected official.
So,
Yeah.
hey,
And it was such a chicken shit position.
we got to go.
All right.
Burger Junkie.
Where are we at? Producer?
Grinder Man.
Where are we at? 17. So we
But no, we need to go. We got to wrap this up so people can get in and out, get
What
out.
about wage disparity and infrastructure?
We already covered that. Marla fixed it.
More to that story. Anyway,
Burger Junkie, Grinder Man, Home on the Range. Get your signs. Get petition signed.
Hey, I think I play at one more bar in a couple weeks.
And
I'll have some petitions with me at the bar.
and frankly, if you want to pay more tax, I think it's a good idea. You can pay my part of it. You're more welcome to pay my share of this thing. You're more welcome to. I'll give you my bill.
I need some more shit. You guys can buy me stuff if you want.
Thanks for coming on.
You're welcome.
Yeah, really,
Appreciate having you.
Really,
Yep.
it's not going to help you. You realize that, don't you? You're a marked man.
Nobody.
You're retarded.
I'm the only. I help myself.
You know, frankly, we don't get any pushback on this.
Good.
No, we're going to go.
Yeah.
Signing off.
All right. Avita Jane.
See you guys.